Jameis is balling.
Yeah, look at his stats.
I'm balling, he said. If I wasn't throwing the picks, I'd be the best of all time. Jameis Winston, I think, we said this before Jameis Winston came out and said that he's looking for $30 to $35 million a year. We said that if Jameis could have a little self-awareness and understand that he doesn't deserve what Patrick Mahomes is going to get and doesn't deserve what Aaron Rodgers is going to get. Now, maybe his next contract, the next 4 years, he'll be able to learn how to be a quarterback that not only takes care of his team, but stops taking care of the other team as well, which is what he did. 30-30 is a miraculous thing. And with Bruce Arians' offense, you got to remember, they're going to air it out. So that quarterback is going to be near the top of passing yards every single year. That's just how it goes. Andrew Luck, his rookie year, was up there. It's just the Bruce Arians offense, 5-step, 7-step drops. Let's go ahead and air this thing out, especially when we have two weapons like
Godwin and
Mike
Evans.
Yeah. The teams, though, have to realize that if you're going to sign Jameis for $30 to $35 million a year, which is what he says he needs, like, there's nobody going to do that. And even Bruce Arians came out and said, if we won with him, we'll be able to win with anybody. So that was Bruce Arians setting up a conversation with Jameis Winston's agent saying, hey, listen, we very much appreciate what you did, but this offense that I've been doing in the NFL for the last 20, 30 years has been successful. It will be successful with or without you. And we just thought that Jameis, if he was a quarterback, could say, listen, if you pay me $20 million, which is a good quarterback salary, also a great human salary.
Yeah.
$20 million a year to go play football and be in an offense that is a lot of fun for a quarterback. Now, granted, you're going to take some shots because you're sitting back there a little bit, but if you air it out, it's a lot of fun. We just thought Jameis would have a little bit more self-awareness instead of expecting that upper tier money, just being like, yo, I want 20, 25 million. I'll stay down here in Florida at Tampa. I don't think there's going to be a single team that touches the 30 to 35 mark with him. I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all fares with him, but I think Tampa Bay Buccaneers are moving on. Well, hello there. Utilize the promo code PAYTHEBILLS and get $20 off your first order from SeatGeek. Now, back to the magic. I honestly believe that.
No, yeah, like we said, if you take 20 to 25, you're in the 10 to 15 range as far as being paid in the league, like top 10 to 15.
And say you ball the next 3 years and you learn how to not throw the ball to the other team as well. Then you expect that big paycheck. But nothing Jameis Winston has done says, now aside from that one Twitter account, says that he should be making the same money that Patrick Mahomes, who was one D Ford offside away from winning a Super Bowl last year, any Super Bowl. I mean, there's nothing that he has done that says he warrants that cash. But he has thrown for a lot of yards. He's done a lot of things. He's shown improvement under the Bruce Arians offense. But if he was able to have a little humility and say, you know what, maybe only $20 million, which is a ridiculous amount of cash for the next couple of years, and then earn that big contract, but it doesn't feel like that's going to happen.
Yeah, if you're Jameis, you're 26 years old. Maybe take a bet on me, 2 or 3 year contract at 20, 25 a year, and then get the $35 million a year contract. By
the way, bet on me for $20, $25 million.
Yeah.
It's a big bet.
That is so much money. But I just want to let everybody know that if I was making anywhere near that money, this show would not happen. Ever. I left $6 million on the table, and everybody called me a lunatic. Imagine leaving $20 million on the table because you want $30 to $35 million. That's what I think is going to happen with Jameis. There's nobody that's going to take a shot on him. Nobody's going to pay him $30 to $35 million, and that's going to be an interesting situation for him. I don't know how it all plays out.
You can't turn over the ball the way he does and expect to get $30 to $35 million. You just can't do it. Doesn't matter how many touchdowns, how many yards you throw for.
Here's the way the game, you can a deciding factor in the game. The score is the number one stat to decide who wins the game. Mm-hmm. Okay? Pretty good stat to have on your side. The number 2 stat is turnover ratio. When you're a guy that is letting the other team be a +1, +2 turnover, you're not going to win a sustainable amount of games. And then number 3 is obviously field position, which doesn't help whenever you turn the ball over because you're giving them good field position.
Right.
So 2 out of the 3 determining factors on what's going to win you a game, Jameis Winston has given to the other team on a very regular occasion. If he can continue to grow as a quarterback, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. If he can continue to grow as a quarterback and not to expect that upper tier money for the next couple of years, maybe he'll get that later. But it feels like he's doing himself a disservice with that agent to expect that upper tier. Man, that's lunacy.
We can all agree that we want him on the field somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
XFL maybe.